November 11, 1918. Kaiser Wilhelm flees to the Netherlands and announces his abdication. Germany has officially surrendered and the Great War has ended. Austria-Hungary and the Ottomans are dismantled. Germany loses Alsace-Lorraine, Memel, but most importantly the provinces of West Prussia, Posen, and East and West Silesia were lost to the newly created Poland. The signing of the armistice occurred in the town of Weimar, as Berlin had been too violent at that point for any diplomatic meetings to take place. Germany was also forced to pay massive war reparations, approximately 132 billion gold marks, causing the German economy to inflate and collapse. An example of this inflation is the price of bread. In 1914, right before the war began, a loaf of bread cost 13 cents. In January of 1923, a loaf of bread cost 250 marks. In November of 1923, a loaf of bread cost 200 billion marks. Germany had gone through much turmoil post-war and was close to just civil collapse. The government held little to no power over anything at all, except the president, who would be able to assume full emergency power in case of a said emergency. The German population was also just completely divided upon itself, and many saw civil war as inevitable. In our timeline, a certain Adolf Hitler had attempted to hold a coup, as he saw himself as the person who could fix the German economy and claim lost lands. This attempted coup would be known as the Bierhallputsch, which would lead to Adolf's arrest. Now, for this scenario, to prevent the fall of the Republic, I could say that Hitler died in World War I and never wrote Mein Kampf when in jail and thus never came to power. But I really see the only way for the Weimar Republic to survive is to have Hitler come to power. So, in this timeline, Hitler attempts the Bierhallputsch and fails and is imprisoned. While in prison, he thinks about the future of Germany and writes Mein Kampf exactly like he had. Once he's released from his imprisonment, he publishes his book and it gains huge popularity, and the German people see him as someone they can trust and bring Germany back to its previous state of greatness. Hitler comes into power as he had in our timeline. Literally everything that happens to bring Hitler to power is the same as had happened in our timeline. The only difference of this would be the international perspective on this. The UK, France, and Poland laughed at the thought of German domination of Europe after World War I. How could this nation who was in severe debt and had little to no industry dominate Europe and even the world? However, in this timeline, they were a little freaked out by this. Germany had refused to pay war reparations in 1933, which angered France and Belgium, but the UK stepped in and allowed Germany to stop paying war reparation, as they saw Germany to be a potential trade partner. In this timeline, however, the UK simply doesn't voice its opinion, so France and Belgium declare war on Germany to get their payments. The measly 100,000 German troops at the time were literally no match for the French and Belgian armies, and on August 2nd, Berlin fell. Hitler was arrested and put in jail in Bordeaux, France. Germany had just lost a second war in the last literally 20 years, and in peace conferences, war reparations were reduced heavily, and the former Weimar government had been put back in place. The Rhineland's occupying forces would be heavily reduced to allow German industry to grow once again and allow the German economy to stabilize once again. The British, French, and Belgians and Polish would help Germany to restabilize the mark. The Free City of Danzig would be allowed to hold a referendum to join Germany if they wanted, and votes came back with 93% of the population voting in favor to join Germany. The creation of Polish-Lithuania would be supervised under the Allies in return for West Prussia to be given to Germany. This way, Germans in West Prussia could be happy and Poland would maintain access to the sea. In 1940, the Soviets annexed Estonia and Latvia and would get more aggressive with Poland-Lithuania and seek to annex Lithuania and gain lots of land from Poland. It would appear that war would be brewing in Europe once more. This time a very red brew.